Alrighty, here we are, February roundtable, chatting about the market, stats, everything AOF, what's going on. Got Heather, Drew, Kevin, and myself on the video today. So yeah, no, jumping right into kind of what everyone's seeing in the market right now. I don't know if you guys got some feedback resale wise. I don't know statistics. I saw everything came out last week. If you want to throw some of the stats out.
Yeah, average selling price year over year on all inventory is actually up 10.3%. But one of the things, the stats I want to focus on today is that there was a 18.2% decrease in inventory year over year. So we don't have a lot of inventory, less supply with high demand, prices go up. If you are one of our clients that has been holding on to a property and you're wondering when's a good time to sell, or you want to make it as fast as possible, this would be a really good time to talk to us, and we can kind of answer your questions, give you a market analysis, and see if it's a time that would be a good time for you to exit the property or to continue to hold and benefit from increasing rents and lower interest rates that are kind of continually coming.
No, yeah. I know we've seen that, and with Heather, even if you wanted to chime in too, with some investors that have gone with that strategy, and even over what may not be seen as the peak time of year to sell, but over the winter season, we've seen some successes with investors that have found now to be the right time for them and have seen some action and sales on those existing properties. So
yeah, absolutely. Like Kevin said, I think a lot of that has to do with the low inventory. We've had clients that have listed, for instance, one client listed 2 properties at the beginning of January, and in 2 weeks they were gone. So, and at a profit from when she bought it a year and a half, 2 years ago. So yeah, it's a great time.
Cool. Drew, what are you seeing, man?
Yeah, no, to Kevin's point, I mean, single family homes, we're at 2.6 months of inventory, which is edging right on that seller's market type of territory. Townhouses, we're seeing 1.6 months of inventory in the market right now, and apartments, we're seeing 4.1. And last year they were up over 5 months of inventory at the same time. So and apartments are a little bit of a different beast than townhouses and single family homes, and kind of depending on where it's located in the city. But we're seeing a lot of activity. In fact, on the buyer side, we're seeing lots of activity. On the seller side, we're seeing a lot of confidence. We're seeing people kind of push their prices up and hold going into spring. There's a few different types of sellers out there. There's the type of seller that prices it high with the expectation that they're just going to hold it and wait and see what happens. We've got people that are kind of pushing that upper limit, but they're still willing to have a conversation about what the selling price looks like. And then we've got people that are going in low with the expectation of driving those properties into multiple offers. So lots of activity everywhere. Days on market is down. It's, to Kevin's point, again, it's a good time to think about selling right now.
Yeah, and I gotta talk to, if you're watching this and you own an apartment condo, and I know you've checked in with us over the last few years and we didn't have a lot of good news. Well, apartment sales are up 36% year over year. People want to buy condos again in this market. So if you've been sitting and you've been renting it out, been trying to get rid of it, you've had issues in the past trying to sell these condos, I think right now would be a good time to give it another shot. Condos are in again. The average days on market are actually trending a lot similar to detached single family homes now with apartment condos. And if you called me 5 years ago, it would have been like 5 times as long. So if you're looking to get rid of a condo, you want to move on from it, it is definitely green light time. So make sure you reach out. We're happy to help. And whether we sell it to an investor or on MLS, we got you covered.
That's awesome. Drew, do you mind? I can't remember off the top of my head, but for everyone listening and watching, what is kind of that threshold when it comes to just, buyer's market, seller's market? What do you guys typically, or what is that spectrum look like?
So there's a few different models, but the model that I have always followed is anything between 0 and 2 months is a strong seller's market. Between 2 and 4 months is a balanced market, and then anything over 4 months is more of a buyer's market.
Yeah. And then just like you said, with the way that things are trending, it's some of them are in that kind of quote unquote seller's market and others are moving towards it. So yeah,
For sure.
interesting to see what the spring comes here, or so what the spring brings here as the months pass. So oh, good stuff. So that's what's going on the resale side of things. I think, from new construction, new opportunities, we're still kind of waiting to see everything that comes together, but there is lots of opportunity for the rest of the year. Just some different current events factors I know we were going to touch on today, and it'd be silly, or one of the things that you'd see in the news quite often is the rumors and what looks like tariffs incoming, and just kind of some implications there. And I'm no professional in that realm, but just this kind of speaks to our team's versatility and ability to not necessarily have to pivot, but just be there for support and react and be able to find opportunities that still speak to investors. I think Edmonton and areas market, those factors that we've talked a lot about in regards to affordability. And then speaking to the availability now, like we're moving into a pretty competitive space, but there'll still be some great opportunities for investors as well as primary homeowners to be looking at as well. And now is a time that a lot of people are waiting to see where the chips fall. So you get ahead of that. That's what our team's here to do, to help analyze that current situation and help strategize to find the best fit. So, Kev, I know you were
Yeah. We're
ideas.
talking about this. Like, it's been obviously the elephant in the room is the tariffs. And, one of the positives, even though the tariffs didn't come through, is they were going to do a lower 10% on, oil and gas or whatnot. But the bigger thing I'm seeing, I would say 85% of our buyers are from out of province. So we get a lot of conversations with clients from different provinces, what their outlook is, also the media. And it used to be Alberta's oil, and now people are saying it's our oil. And I love hearing that. It is our resource. It's not just Alberta's. And there's more open dialogue now about how we can trade in between provinces. How do we get access to other markets? And this is stuff we've been screaming for in Alberta for so long, and no one wanted to talk about it. But now those discussions are happening. So good or bad, whatever Trump does, the Canadians are strong, resilient, and they want to work together to find a solution. And that solution actually really benefits Alberta, the Edmonton market. So I'm really excited about kind of the opportunities here. And if anything, I got to thank Mr. President Trump for getting that dialogue going, because I think it's only going to open up more avenues for Alberta to get oil to other markets. And I don't think it's just going to fall on deaf ears. So I'm really excited about that. And I know it's frustrating watching the news and you see, oh, the sky's falling. Now it's not. Like Drew was saying, we're putting alcohol off the shelves, then it's going back, all that stuff. I think something will be resolved, but at the end of the day, I have a strong belief that Alberta and the Edmonton market is going to actually exceed expectations throughout all of this. So
Again,
Yeah, and to your point, Kev, it's almost like a federal rallying cry to get people on the same page here in Canada. People are looking at labels and trying to figure out what is Canadian, what's not Canadian, and I love to see it. Absolutely love to see it.
yeah. All right. Well, we can go into current events here and there, but let's talk about what we do, AOF. It's always good to chat about just kind of that value add, AOF Advantage, things that our team really excel in through our experiences and specialties. So a little bit on like the client success, again, the continuation of just really helping our investors and clients understand the market, understanding how strategies can be best applied to what their personal strategies look like for investing as well as home ownership. Lots of different plan reviews, investors and things that have made the commitment to acquire real estate. So we've had a lot of really good meetings with different clients, going through construction plans, and just really helping everybody understand what that path really looks like when you are investing in real estate. And that's not just from one lens in the acquisition side, as we alluded to before. That's on the holding side, construction side, asset management side, as well as selling. That's a perfect one as well, kind of segue into the property solutions side with our internal property management arm. And Heather, is we've seen, typically year over year, like this isn't necessarily the hottest time. Well, pun fully intended, as it's minus 30 today. But, for the market itself, for lease ups, for projects that have come to closing and are now being filled, like what are we seeing on the rental side of things?
Yeah, our agents are finding that even all those things, the winter usually is a big stopping block for finding tenants, but it seems along with what we're talking about, still in Edmonton, we are strong, and we've had projects that investors have closed on in probably one of the worst months to close in December, and we have been able to fill all the units at above what was projected would be the rent. So, and we have lots of people. It's quiet time, but it's amping up again, and we've got lots of people looking for properties that are moving even here to Edmonton. So yeah, much better.
Cool. I always appreciate and like the feedback when we are talking as a team, and just, the dedication of those agents, as you mentioned, showing properties, not, just running open house here and there and hopefully finding, but the marketing strategy as well. Whatever, medium, Facebook Marketplace, all the rental sites, just really trying to find, and again, suitable tenants. Obviously, there's some background checking and such that goes into that, but just the dedication of our team to get these properties filled with high quality tenants is something I love to hear about as well. So good on you guys for that.
I think it's that touches on property solutions, like you said. The exciting part of that is you've got a whole team. It's not just your agent you dealt with that you bought the investment through. It's right through the whole process. That internal team they're invested in seeing that you're successful with your tenants and what you're getting for rent, because then it's going to turn around at the end when you want your exit strategy as well. As a team, we're trying to look after you from the beginning to when you're ready to exit your investment.
Yeah. No, that full cycle. That's the dedication. That's what I will always say is kind of that AOF advantage. That's something that we have specialty in all factors there. So no, that's awesome. I guess other than that, just exciting time still, even through the cold. Like there's a lot of change in the air, but at the same time, I still feel very excited and appreciate everybody's commitment to what our team's values are. And that's something that will continue to move forward every single month and every single year. So as Kev says, get in touch, anything. We also just like to strategize, talk about opportunities. It doesn't need to be immediate action, but it's just being able to be up to speed and up to date on what we're seeing in the market and how we can help you. So, Kev, any predictions here for the Four Nations Cup there? We had a bold one with the Oilers, and now we've got Canada facing off, I think Sweden on Thursday, and then the USA on Saturday night. What are we feeling?
I feel like that power play is going to be cooking. McDavid with McKinnon, that gets me excited. I know there was sickness going through the Oilers there, so hopefully Connor's feeling better and he's going to light the league on fire, or the nation's on fire, right, like Alberta on fire. Oh. So
signing off just like that. Mic drop.
All right, bye guys.
Bye guys.